Okay, so how do you tell the difference between real and fake Lego? A lot of the stuff out there is getting very realistic. It's just a blatant ripoff of Lego product in the molds. Um, Other people receive legitimate pieces and they think that they're fake when that's not actually the case. So let's go through some rough examples. These are not perfect, tried and true. I just want to give you all a few ways for an amateur to tell the difference. The first thing you should look at is obvious differences of quality. I have a Lego Spider here. This is very similar to a mold that Lego actually does produce, but if you notice, it's not the same gloss. It's a harder plastic than Lego. The is softer, and I broke a side off just to show you. This would not break off if it was Lego. It would be more bendy. Also, you can notice the quality is very poorly done. There is webbing in between the legs. Authentic Lego doesn't have that. Now with really older parts, and some new, but rarely with the newer parts. This is an old Spaceman figure. He's got the old torso, the old head with the solid stud on it. Not every older piece of Lego has a marking on it. I mean, this helmet right here, I'm pretty sure is authentic. Someone can correct me in the comments. But the figure came together in one piece, so I would lean towards that being authentic. Um, some pieces very commonly are marked a circle. They have a circle C. This happens when you have a newer molded product that Lego, recently released. So you see at the bottom of here, we have the circle C. We don't have a part number and we don't have the Lego. Now in the newer version, we have the C, we have the Lego, and we have the mold number. And I have never seen a fake part that has a circle C on it. So that's pretty much a guarantee it's going to be Lego. If you don't see any markings at all, and it's a newer product, it's usually fake. That's just a little circle there. That's not a circle C. You can see there's also a little difference in the patterns between these two katanas. This is a highly zoomed in picture. You can see there's a little Lego logo on the bottom there. And here's another example. Here's two crabs. The one on the top is real. You see the Lego on the top stud. You see no marking on the bottom crab here. Although they look identical. They're exactly the same type of plastic, exactly the same mold style. The only way you could tell these two apart is the logo. And sometimes you have a very similar quality, but the very similar mold, and the only difference is to tell the Lego marking. I couldn't tell these straight off, but this is a little bit of a harder plastic. This is kind of a softer plastic, and you can see that there is a date, a circle C, and a Lego marking on the top one, which is authentic. Now, sometimes markings can be very hard to see. Some people think they've got a fake part because they can't find the Lego logo. But it can be, you have to know where the markings are on each particular part because sometimes they're hidden. Sometimes they're inside a little stud here. Chains are one of the hardest if you didn't know where to look. One side has a 3-digit number on it, which I guess signifies a batch or something, which you can kind of see down here. And on the other end of the chain, I think this is the 16 length chain, you have a circle C, you have a Lego, and then you have the part number here. This is very hard to see. You probably can't see this with the naked eye. I'm nearsighted, so I can pull down my glasses and I can see it. I also use high magnification. I use a floodlight when I'm looking at parts, and the key is to try to bounce the light off the part, and that will really show the lettering. So you need to really look around the entire, if you don't know where the marking usually is on that part, you have to look at the entire top and bottom, just every nook and crevice, especially like some of the hats. The Lego is very small. It's hidden under a crevice. You really need that floodlight and to bounce the light off the piece to identify if a marking is there or not. So I hope that helps you out. I hope that gives you a little bit of insight. That's not a tried and true guide, but it's some basic pointers that will help you determine whether or not you received a legitimate piece.